What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the SuperHeroCrew, and I'm back with another haul. This is episode 2 of my new haul series where I show you the new books that I have gotten on New Comic Book Day, and this week is for October 30th, and we got a huge stack of books and 2 graphic novels to show you. But before I actually show you what I got this week, if this is your first time here, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? I'm going to be doing this every week. It's going to be coming out every Wednesday, so stay tuned every week for the books that I have gotten every week. We also have the SuperHeroCrew podcast every Monday, and also my comic book reviews every weekend. So stay tuned for all that good stuff every week. And yeah, let's get started. There's a lot of stuff this week. I'm not even joking around here. We'll start with the indie stuff. Only one indie thing this week. Transformers Galaxies #2. First issue is great. I really like the whole what the Transformers is doing, what's going on in the regular series. I think it's really good, and this is kind of, I guess, the new retelling or new origin of Devastator and the Constructicons, which is always awesome. Now, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if this is going to be like an anthology series almost, where it's a couple issues of about Devastator, and then another couple issues about some other Transformers character. I don't know, because I don't think this is a mini-series. If it is, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm not exactly sure. I can't find anywhere really about the book being a mini if it is, so let me know in the comments if it is. But if it is, I will be very upset, because this is actually really good, and the first issue was really good. Maybe even better than the regular Transformers series, which is, that's kind of weird to say. Next we have Deceased #6. This is the cardstock horror movie variant. I believe that this variant is because they're doing the horror movie variants for the series, and I believe this is for the movie Critters, which I don't know why they couldn't get a better movie to do a cover of, but nonetheless, this is a great series. This series is so good. This is Tom Taylor's dark side, because he's writing Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which I also got this week. You'll see later on. This series is so great. You're seeing Tom Taylor's dark side in this. It's fantastic. Pick up the trade if you haven't been reading it, or go back and get the last couple issues, because it's just great. And finally, it's over, and how the hell are they going to get through this? I don't know. This is like an Elseworlds book, because it's definitely not in continuity. Everybody's dying in this, but this is great. This is really good. I definitely recommend this series, and I had to get the horror movie variants because I am a huge horror movie fan. Oh, that almost fell. Next, we have another Black Label book coming out from DC, The Last God, Book 1 of the Fellspire Chronicles, Chapter 1. So it's kind of just rip off Conan, I guess. I don't know, because they kind of seem like that they're really trying to make a new fantasy world. I don't know if it'll work. Who the hell knows? This could be fantastic. I won't know until I read it. I don't know. I picked it up because this cover is really cool, and it seems like it's something really different that DC's doing, and it's very interesting. So I'm excited but also hesitant to read this, but we'll see how this is when I read it. I have nothing really else to say, but I guess the cover looks cool. Next we have Tales from the Dark Multiverse, The Death of Superman. The Tales from the Dark Multiverse Nightfall, Batman Nightfall one-shot graphic novel mini thing was great. It was really damn good. I'm hoping this is good too, because who's this written by? I don't even know who this is written by. Jeff Loveness. Don't know who that is, but the last one was written by Scott Snyder. So that's kind of why, one of the reasons why that book was good. But I like how they're doing these, how they actually have a spine, and I call them a graphic novel format, where I can actually, put it on my shelf. I like that, because, some books like Amazing Spider-Man Full Circle, it was $10 and didn't have a spine, which was ridiculous. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but this looks awesome. I love Elseworld stories, and these dark twists on DC events that DC is doing is great. And I really am enjoying this so far. I believe the next one is Blackest Night. What's the next one? Yes, Blackest Night. We're also getting Judas Contract and Infinite Crisis. I don't know exactly what else we're getting, but we're getting a lot of really cool twists on these events that happen in the DC Universe, which is really, really cool. And these are just one-shots. You really don't have to, like, know anything, really. There's this guy named what's his name? Tempest Fuganot, who's basically the Watcher, because he comes in, it's literally just what if. That's basically what it is, because this guy comes in and he's like, I am Tempest Fuganot, I can see the dark dimensions and stuff like that, and let me show you something bad that happened. Let's go take a look, and then that's what happens. So, it's basically the Watcher. It's basically the Watcher in this. But this is really good. I mean, well, not this specifically, but the other one was really good, so I'm excited for this. Next we have Joker Killer Smile. This is like, what, the third Black Label? Yeah, right. Third Black Label book out this week. That's crazy. You have Last God, this, and the next one, which I'll talk about in a minute. But this cover's fantastic. This cover's so cool. I mean, look at it's a bunch of dots, and it's very. I can stare at this for so long. It's just so cool. I really do like this. My problem is like how Harley or Joker Harley Criminal Insanity was, or Criminal Sanity. What was it? Criminal Sanity, maybe, possibly. The problem is that the spine doesn't have the name of the book. So if I want to put it on my shelf, I can't really, because there's no name on there. And also with that was even worse, where it didn't even say book 1 anywhere. The only place you could tell that it's book 1 is by looking at the barcode, because it would say like this is 00111. That means issue 1, variant cover 1. So they didn't do that for that. They do actually say Joker Killer Smile book 1 on here. Written by Jeff Lemire, which is interesting. So I'm kind of excited for this. I mean, I wasn't at first, but I saw once I had the cover and was actually looking at it, it seems pretty cool. But we'll see. I had the lowest of the low hopes for Joker, Harley, Criminal, whatever, and I thought that was really, really damn good. This might be pretty good too. I don't know, but we'll see how that actually is. Next we have Harleen #2, the third and final Black Label book this week. Yes, 3 Black Label books in 1 week. That's crazy. This I can actually put on the shelf because it has the name on the spine. This is a little bit thicker. It's like a longer story than that one. That one, the Joker Killer Smile, it was $6. This is $8, right? Yes, $8. But you get a lot of story in here. The first issue of Harleen was really, really good. I do have to say, every Black Label book that I'm reading, except Superman Year 1, is pretty good. Superman Year 1 sucks, okay? It was really bad, but every other Black Label book that I'm reading so far, at least, is pretty good. And I have high hopes for this. We'll see, like I said, with Last God and Joker Killer Smile. We'll see how those actually are, but I'm excited for this. I'm really excited to read this. This is really, I love this stuff. And the cool thing is that it is a graphic novel format, and I like getting these little mini graphic novels almost that I can put on the shelf. I keep saying that, but I just love looking at my graphic novel shelf and seeing all the books on the shelf instead of looking at the long boxes. You know, it looks kind of boring. The shelf, it's all colorful. It looks cool. That's just my thought about it, but yeah, so Harleen #2, pretty interesting. Alright, that's it for the DC stuff. Now let's talk about the Marvel stuff. Savage Avengers Annual #1, even though the series is only 6 issues in, it's not even a year in, so why do we get an annual? Who cares? It's Savage Avengers. Conan's teaming up with Damien Hellstrom, the son of Satan. Nothing more to say. I'm hyped. That's all. Marvel Zombies Resurrection. I wasn't gonna get it, but it's a one-shot. At least I think. I'm pretty sure. I hope it's a one-shot. If it's series, I'm not getting the rest. But because it's a one-shot, I am a sucker for one-shots, and you'll see. You'll see with especially the next one that I am a real sucker for one-shots. I just love one-shots so much. That you get a concise story, hopefully a concise story, in one book. This being $5, hopefully it's actually like an interesting story, but it's Marvel Zombies, so probably not. And it's weird because when this was first revealed, I'm pretty sure it was called Marvel Zombies Respawn. Now it's called Resurrection. Why the hell did they change it? No clue. But it's still Marvel Zombies and it's kind of dumb. So we'll see how this is. Next is Red Goblin, Red Death. What the fuck is this? Okay, so absolute carnage is going on. So when does this actually take place? This is obviously taking place a little while ago. I think it's something about how Carnage actually, I don't know, talk to Norman Osborn and say, hey, let's bond, I could bond to you and then we could kill Spider-Man. I think that's what this issue is. I don't exactly know. But what's the point of this? And I'm a sucker for one-shots, like I said, so I have to get it. Any one-shots I have to get, really. Like, I hate to say it. And I don't want to, but I do, because I just love just these single issues that I can just throw in the long box. That's what I really like. But why is there a Red Goblin book? Why? Doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. But we'll see how it actually is. It could be the greatest book of this week. I don't know. Death's Head number 4. This series is not good. This is written by Teenie Howard, who, if you've seen my Strike Force number 1 review a couple weeks ago, I explained a lot about why I don't like Teenie Howard, because she wrote Thanos, and the first issue of Thanos was really good, and then it kind of just started sucking after a while. Strike Force number 1 was kind of horrible, and this series is really dumb. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But finally, this is the last issue, so it's over! 4 issues, that's it. That's all we got out of Death's Head, thank God. And we have Wiccan, Hulkling, Kate Bishop. Why? What's the point of having them in this with Death's Head? Well, that's because Death's Head can't carry his own book. That's why. Invisible Woman number 4. This series is great. This is a really solid series. If you have not picked this up, I definitely recommend reading this. It's an Invisible Woman book. How can it be good? You have to read it to find out. And it's 5 issues, which I'm happy about, because I don't want them trying to drag out the story that's going on in it, because I hate when, if you have a series, let's say, for example, Vision by Tom King. Tom King is sucking at Batman, and I don't think he could write an ongoing series at all, but he's got a concise story in Vision that is 12 issues that is great. He has time to figure out his pacing and all that. That's what I like about miniseries that are actually good, unlike Death's Head. But this is pretty good. I have to say, I'm really, really enjoying this. Who knows, this issue could be horrible and change my whole opinion, but so far, issues 1 through 3 is really damn good, and I do recommend so far to pick up the series. Next is Contagion, number 5. Finally, it's over. It was weekly, surprisingly, and I guess it's like Marvel's Halloween book. But is it in continuity? I can't tell, because this is the last issue, and if by the end they're all dead, then I'll know if it's outside of continuity, which is kind of, I don't know, weird that we don't know. I can't tell if this is out of continuity or not. Like, by the end, are they going to just save everybody, or is everybody going to die? I mean, it looks like the entire city is destroyed, as you can see, and everybody's covered in fungus. So, I don't know, but this series, even though I don't know whether or not it's outside or inside of continuity, it's still pretty damn good. Who's this? It's Ed Brisson. It's Ed Brisson, who I do like, so this is pretty good. Definitely check this out as well. So many books this week, Jesus. Conan the Barbarian, number 10. It's Conan. It's Conan. I love what they're doing with Conan. I really do. I said this in the SuperHeroCrew podcast, how I love what they're doing with Conan the Barbarian. They have this series. They have Savage Sword of Conan. They have Age of Conan, which we don't talk about because it's not that good. Then he's in Savage Avengers, which is great. And then we have Conan's Serpent War, where he's teaming up with other Robert E. Howard characters, plus teaming up with Moon Knight. And then we're getting Conan Battle for the Serpent Crown as well coming out. So there's all these different Conan books. Listen, I've said this about X-Men, how there's so many X-Men books, they're oversaturating it, but that's because they're not good books. But the Conan books are actually pretty good, or at least 2 out of 3 of them are good. So if they're oversaturating Conan, but all of them are good, I have no problem with it. Just make sure the books are good. That's all I care about. But so far, this is pretty good. My only complaint is that the entire, I don't know if the series is ending at issue 12, but this story arc, The Life and Death of Conan, is ending at issue 12 as far as I know. And there's this whole thing about the Red Queen that we've been seeing since issue 1 that they still have not explained yet. And this is Jason Aaron we're talking about, and I really like Jason Aaron. But explain what's going on. I thought it would be like a 5-6 issue story arc, but no, 12 issues. What the hell? Now, I don't know if by issue 12 they're ending the series or not. I really hope not. But if they are, I wouldn't have a problem with that because we are getting... There's a bug. We're getting more Conan books later on, or at least we're getting a Conan the Barbarian miniseries, 4-issue miniseries, which is the Serpent War, and then we're getting Battle for the Serpent Crown, which is an ongoing, possibly coming out next year. I'm not exactly sure about that. Check out the SuperHeroCrew podcast from 2 days ago on Monday, where we talked about it. Yeah, so I like I said, I like what they're doing with Conan, but if this is ending at issue 12, I actually wouldn't mind that. That would actually be kind of cool because, you know, we're getting all these other Conan books as well. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it. So it's interesting to see, like Superior Spider-Man, which actually, speaking of which, we're going to talk about it next. Superior Spider-Man, this is the last issue. I had no freaking clue this was ending at issue 12 until the last issue said to be concluded. I was like, what? I really like this series. So is this going to be a Conan situation where it's ending at issue 12, but they didn't say that it's like a maxi series, you know what I mean? That's 12 issues long. I don't know, like I said with Conan, but this has also been really good, and this is the last issue of it. And I'm kind of disappointed about it, but also grateful because I have too many books to read every week. So it cuts down my books that I have to get next month with all these books ending, thank God. But I'm disappointed that this is ending because I was really, really enjoying this. One of the issues was fantastic, another one was amazing. Like, all these issues are really good, I have to say. I'm just disappointed that this is ending. I really am. And this is, like I said, the last issue of Superior Spider-Man. And like I said, is this what's going to happen with Conan? Time will tell when it comes to December, I think. Yeah, December. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 13. This is pretty good. This is Tom Taylor as well, and this is showing his light side, I guess. We're showing Tom Taylor's dark side and Deceased, and now here's his light side in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. He's writing a fun Spider-Man book where he teams up with the Fantastic Four. That's what's basically going on right now. And, I mean, listen, I've been thinking about it, like books that I might have to drop. I'm officially dropping Miles. I dropped Miss Marvel. Death's Head is over. Superior Spider-Man's over. All these books are ending, and I'm dropping a bunch of books. Will this be, after this arc is done, will this be the next book I drop? I don't want it to be, but something amazing has to happen soon, or I'm gonna drop the book. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is really good series, but I forgot it was coming out this week. And I was like, oh, okay, we're getting that. I wasn't like, oh, we're getting Friendly Neighborhood. I didn't know that it was coming out. I wasn't like that. You know, I wasn't ecstatic that I forgot it was coming out. But I don't know. It's just, I'm in a weird position with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man where I really like it, but I might have to drop it. I don't know, though. I don't know. But those are the comics that I got this week. Let's take a look at the graphic novels that I got this week. I picked up Son of Hulk, Dark Sun Rising. Well, why the hell do you think I picked this up? Because I got a good deal on it. This collects Son of Hulk 13 through 17. So only 4 issues in this. I got a super good deal on this, so I'm not complaining about it. That's pretty much literally the only reason why I picked it up. If you have read this, let me know if it's good or not. I don't know anything about the Son of Hulk series. I know that this is, you know, Hulk's, well, son, but I literally know nothing about it. And the best part is that Galactus, or I believe that's Galactus, I mean, that's gotta be Galactus, is on the back, and I love me some Galactus action. And last but not least, this week I got SpiderGwen, the Volume 1. It's hard to explain, but I'll explain in a minute. This collects Edge of Spider-Verse 2, SpiderGwen 2015A 1 through 5, and SpiderGwen 2015B 1 through 6. So it collects the first 5 issues of her first series and the first 6 issues of her second series. So essentially 12 issues. And I don't have her first appearance, unfortunately, and that's one of the reasons why I got this. And also another reason is so I can read this without going into my long box and touching all the SpiderGwen stuff that I have. If you don't know, SpiderGwen is my favorite character, and this book right here and these issues right here is what hooked me onto SpiderGwen. So if you want to know why SpiderGwen is good, you gotta read this stuff. And I'll quickly explain why I like SpiderGwen. The reason is that a lot of characters in Marvel and even DC, I have noticed that a lot of female characters are basically like, well, she's a woman, she can do anything. And she can literally do anything and get through any situation. But that's not how life works. And with SpiderGwen, she goes through a lot of shit in the last 50 issues she's been around. She really has. She's been through the ringer, this girl. But with Sean Maguire getting on the book, so far, I'm not liking it. It's okay. It's okay. But like I said, she's one of like the only female characters I can think of right now that isn't pushing an agenda where like she's a woman, she can do anything, because even in this book, she's been through a hell of a lot. Like, a lot. It's really bad. And, you know, I just like how she has to deal with the emotional trauma and all this stuff, and how you know, she does. I like that stuff. I really do. And, you know, just because she's a woman doesn't mean she can do anything. She's a human being, and she has some faults. And that's what I really like about this. So if you want to read SpiderGwen, I think you should definitely pick this up. It's only $13, so, and you get about, what was it, like 12 issues. That's a pretty damn good deal for $13. So I think that this is a good deal, and you should pick it up. And it's like I said, it's like a smaller format, but it's still like a graphic novel type book. Yeah, so I'm excited to just reread SpiderGwen, and also I hope Coach reads this as well, and I don't have to go dig through the long boxes to have him read it, because he's got to read SpiderGwen. He's got to do it. But anyway, guys, let me know what you got down in the comments below this week. On New Comic Book Day. Let me know. We can talk about all the stuff that you guys got down in the comments below. If you guys are reading anything that I got this week, let me know also down in the comments below. I want to talk to you guys about comic books. This is the only way that I can talk to you guys about comics, is down in the comments below. So let me know what you got for New Comic Book Day, and let me know if you're reading anything that I'm getting for or that I got already for New Comic Book Day. And yeah, and also stop by All Star Comics and Collectibles in Lindenhurst, New York next time you're on Long Island. We actually had a situation over the weekend. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to get into it here. Maybe I'll talk about it on the next episode of the Superhero Crew podcast. But like I said, support All Star Comics and Collectibles next time you're on Long Island. It's in Lindenhurst, New York. Yeah. So that's it for this video. Comment, all that good stuff. Like I said, like, subscribe for more videos like this. Check out the other videos I have here posted on the channel. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one.